right, Ben, it's on you, Meech.
What's good with everybody? It's your boy me, aka Young Drip God, aka Young Juice God, and you are tuning into the Drift in Heaven podcast. Got my boy Edge in the building. Introduce yourself, my boy.
Yo, what's up?
Mr. Four Eyes. Matter of fact, that nigga stink fly from Ben 10.
Hey, what the fuck? Get off
What
my
is
ass, granddad. Bro, go fill up your oxygen tank. Get off me.
Not the oxygen tank.
Hey, that nigga
So
he stink fly from Ben 10. That
Oh
nigga
my
can't
this is
lord.
how we started all there. Oh my god.
Hey,
Calling me
nah, nah.
stink fly. Okay.
Nah, 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 nah.
My
You ain't
Okay.
boy
stink fly. Hey, nah,
my
nah,
boy.
no cap. Y'all remember the what was the one who used to make Echoes? The all white
Oh
nigga
my
who made Echoes.
lord.
Echo.
Yeah, that's Edge for real, for real.
Okay.
Nah,
All
Oh
right,
Oh
god.
my.
granddad.
nah,
My
you can't
boy
even be mad. Echo cool as hell, nigga. You can't even say nothing.
my boy Sammy just came through in the cup.
Yes,
No
Your
sir.
boy
foolishness
sent
as
me,
hell,
bro.
boy.
He must have been your boy in 1945, but not
Yes,
now.
sir. Then rocking the Bunkai, Yamamoto style.
Nigga dumb. Got my boy Ken in here. What's good with you, bro?
Yes, sir, Kenneth. The
The
42nd.
original, the original op.
The he said the original op.
Yes, that nigga and op for real. Like, wow.
And Mike, I'm back
He
so you can
said the
start it.
original op.
And got the boy KJ in here.
I would say something, but I'm streaming myself, so I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna be
This nigga,
silent.
All right, mute
this
your mind,
nigga
mute your
really
mind, mute your mind, mute your mind, mute your mind.
man said he's streaming to himself
Yeah,
on,
he's
on the
screaming.
recording.
Yes, sir. Mr. Toxic
Lord.
screaming himself. KJ, Mr. Variety Gamer.
Why are you calling me that?
Everything and above.
Don't call me toxic streamer. I'm not
Yes,
toxic
yes,
streamer.
sir.
Yes, you are.
His name
No,
Jonathan
I'm not.
Joestar.
AJ, mute yourself and get back to your tutoring lessons.
Jonathan Joestar. That's his name.
Yo.
Kenneth, I
Oh,
would say something so bad, but I'm streaming.
Oh
Just say it.
damn.
Just say it.
Don't say nothing bad on my video, nigga. Shush.
Rest. Feel that spiritual pressure.
Yeah.
Hey,
all right,
Jonathan
what
no
we got for
Joestar.
tonight's topic, Sammy? What we starting off with, gang?
Yes, sir. Oh, listen. So let's start this simple one off. Is being too lyrical bad?
Being too lyrical.
Is being too
Well, it
lyrical
depends on
bad?
what your definition of lyrical is that you like consider good or bad. For real, for real. Like anybody can be a lyricist. Like you can say some shit to make it rhyme, but if it ain't got meaning or if it ain't got depth to it, then
No,
you just
what I
spend a bunch of
what
nonsense.
you know what I mean? What I mean by that is you like you know how in the day age now people try to be like woke rappers and they be trying to really like
They be trying too hard, yeah.
they be trying too hard to be like some political shit and like you be rocking your hair
That's the
with it
rapper.
and then they just throw you off. They be like I don't know, I don't know. Like the woke
I
rappers,
mean,
like some woke rappers, I'm not really. I don't really. They're not my kind of speed.
I'm gonna be real with you. Like, at the end of the day, music is a form of entertainment. And if you use a form of entertainment to like force people to like, see things from a certain way or just like focus on certain topics that they want to escape from, that's not exactly a good thing.
Yeah.
No, yeah, yes, but what I'm saying is like what Mitch was saying, motherfuckers who try too hard.
Yeah.
Like you can have political messages in your music and like it not come across as corny. Like we have artists that can do that. I think it's just it depends on the artist who's doing it and like if you can take them serious or not. Like if Kendrick, he's always I wouldn't say he's always been a political person, but
Well,
he's always had like messages in his
yeah,
album, and
like
I pay attention to that because it's Kendrick and I know he's finna deliver. But if you got somebody like I don't know who fucking
Cardi.
Cardi, if she would have come out political, I'd be like, girl, you don't sit your dumb ass down, go. No, I can't take that serious. I mean, I appreciate the attempt, but I'm not expecting political messages from you, shorty. That's not
Yeah.
your lane.
Yeah. I'm with Meech on that.
yeah,
So it really just depends on like who it is that's trying to say the message and how serious they can, like you can take them. Even with like somebody like a nigga like okay, even with someone like Drake, I don't think Drake knows that's not his lane. So for him to try to do that shit, I'm like, Drake, you don't sit your light skin eyes down and go back to making
I
Marvin's Room
mean,
Part 2?
I'm gonna be real. If Drake did it, I wouldn't be surprised, but I also wouldn't listen to Drake of all people.
For political, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's like Drake, you the dude who made Marvin's Room, bro. I can't take you seriously on political messages. Like you was back in the crib, make me listen to Heartbreak. Like no, fuck
Lord, hope no one heard
What
that.
Drake said, "Fuck that
the
nigga."
nigga. Like he was that guy. Now you all of a sudden you want to talk about politics? Nah, bro. Stay in your lane. Stay in your R&B lane, gang. So yeah, it really just depends on who you're listening to or who is delivering the message.
Like even
Now, as far as being like lyrical, like as being lyrical bad, that also depends on like who's rapping or like because with this, I think it's more so for like with people who they have like a fire verse and then another nigga will come on the song and just completely trash it with some like with Lil Wayne 6 foot 7 foot that man spazzing. Then you got Corey Guns coming in. Word to my mama, I'm out of my llama bit. Like, come on, gang.
Yeah,
That's
hey, no, he funny as hell for doing that too. Because
he is.
you on Wayne Park going hard, and then you know, as soon as Wayne done, you gotta change the song.
word to my mama,
Imagine
I'm out
going
of my
from
llama bit.
real
Like
G's moving silence like lasagna to
lasagna.
I'm out of my llama.
Word to my llama being like, come on, gang. Like, I don't ever skip that part of the song because it's just like, it's part of the song. But it's just hilarious.
I'm only here for Wayne. I skipped that shit.
You lying. Anyway.
Facts.
Damn.
But no, I don't think being lyrical is a bad thing.
No,
Because, like,
what I'm saying is like too lyrical. Because listen, even say if it's like your most popular, right? Like for instance, right? Say if it's Ye, because Ye didn't did it before, being lyrical and speaking about certain shit. But I would definitely say it's certain things he said, and it was just like, like I get your point, but it's like,
like I'm not really looking for you of all people to say this.
Like you could have kept that to yourself. You could have continued knowing about some other.
Yeah,
Right.
okay. I think it's like, yeah, talking about something, but like,
even if it's your favorite, like it could probably been more instances where it's like they going there, you like, oh yeah, oh yo, this shit going hard, like you going hard, and then they say something and they just throw you off. You like what, like, okay, all right. Like you had it's an and bar. I understand, but it's and like for instance when what it was. I think it was like a year or two, not even a year or two ago, a couple years ago, when Kendrick was doing that. What Kendrick fucking rap? I can't remember, dude. And people was like, "Damn, I'm trying to remember." No, that wasn't even Kendrick.
what's up?
That wasn't even Kendrick. I think that was 2 Chainz who rapped that shit. What's that song with Kendrick and 2 Chainz? Hold on.
Fucking problems?
Nah, nigga, not that.
No.
I'm trying to remember it. Was it 2 Chainz and Kendrick? Or was it Kendrick and... It was somebody. And then... I can't remember the damn song, bro. And niggas was like, bro, this is the most ignorant shit ever.
I mean, you just gotta look at it as like what the song, and also songs cater to different demographics. So like, if you expecting something lyrical, and like this goes as with lyrical, there I guess it's a subjective thing of what you consider what type of rapper you would consider lyricist or not. Like niggas might consider the backpack niggas like ASAP Rocky and them as lyricists, but they won't look at a nigga like Gucci Mane or Rod Wave or fucking Young Boy as lyricists. They'll be like, them niggas are like They're on the trap side. It's like, no, them niggas are also lyricists. They're just not the lyricists that you expect, or
Yeah.
how they cater their nuances in their raps are completely different because it fits with their demographic of the song.
Exactly.
So it's really just how you as the consumer view lyrics and what you would consider a lyricist. So because I don't ever be like, oh no, this person's not a lyricist because their shit is just completely ignorant. That's fucking dumb. Like it may not relate to you listening to it, but niggas that are in that lane or like people who can relate to that who grew up on that time be like, yeah, this nigga out here, he fucking spaz. Like I felt that shit, bro. Like cause what they're that's what they're used to. That's what the people they listen to for like years. Like, and I think it's just a matter of, and also you got to take into consider the different generations too, because people like my dad's age and older, they'll look at rap or hip hop nowadays and like, but this shit ain't even lyrical. Like, what are they? It's just yelling and a hot beat. It's like, what do you think it was back in your day?
I just remembered the fucking song. It wasn't 2 Chainz. It was Future when Future did that la di da di da slow mo.
Oh
Oh,
God,
oh,
no,
Bro, that shit was hilarious. Cause
bro.
it's like, listen, even as a person who listened to Future, I bet you heard that shit. It was like, what the fuck, like,
okay, yeah, I
Bro,
listen. Every time we're like, bro, what are you doing?
bro, that was comedy. Listen, and it was so funny because bro, I was one of the people who was trolling. I'm like, bro, that's one of the hardest lines on that song. And I was just trolling.
God.
People would get upset, bro.
Took her to my penthouse and I freaked it,
Listen, he really was like la di da di da, slob on me now, check in with me. And
bro.
bro got the
But I'm not. I
GCK.
wasn't one of the. That was really funny though. That was really funny.
It was hilarious. It's just like just because it came out of nowhere. It's like, and it was for the free, and it's funny because it's the soundtrack for the Black Panther movie too. And
Right.
it's like, are they gonna use that in the movie?
I wish they did.
That would have been hilarious, gang.
That in the movie, bro, that should have been peak fucking comedy.
Yeah, so like it's really like it's a subjective thing at the end of the day. I don't think being lyrical is bad. And if there's like a certain message that a certain rapper wants to bring in their music, by all means, they can do it. I just don't expect for the certain artists. There are certain artists I expect to do it, and there are certain artists that I wouldn't, and it would feel weird and out of place for them to do that.
Exactly.
But they're perfect. But they can if they want to express their political views. That's fine by me, bro. As long as you're making your music good and you're not letting that shit overtake what I want to hear from you, I'm fine. I don't mind you doing it every once in a blue moon.
Fact. That was just one of the moments where they was going hard on the song and then Future just came in on some bullshit. But that shit was comedy. Listen, bro, it was funny as hell.
But yeah, that's how I feel on that topic. I don't know if anybody else wants to.
Hold on.
No, that's pretty much it though.
Pretty much it.
Yeah,
Alright.
Yeah, for
So,
that topic at least.
for that topic, yeah.
so for the next topic, right,
Yep.
is have games been good lately?
What?
Has games been
Said
good lately?
games have been good. Have they been good lately? Like the
has
recent games that have come out.
like the games they've been producing, have they actually like been worth your money?
I mean,
Uh,
it's kind of hard to say because like last I checked, like the games that like I kept track of with my friends, like they haven't come out yet. I mean, like if
Oh.
they have, I missed that, but like I seemed hyped for them. So
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of disappointed. Well, I played both fucking Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pro. They're good games. I was kind of disappointed with them, considering Gen 4 is like probably my favorite. Like, it is my favorite generation of Pokemon, next to with Gen 5 being second. So I was it's kind of like an exact copy and paste of the original games, which I really wasn't expecting. I was expecting them to do like a complete overhaul and give us something completely new, like with the Gen 3 remakes. Like they gave us something completely new. So when I got Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, I was like, I still had fun with them. Don't get me wrong. I'm still enjoying them even now, but I was kind of expecting a little bit more. Hopefully, in like future updates, they give us the platinum joints, give us more legendaries to catch or whatever, or like a new episode or something. But
Hopefully, listen, they get platinum. That would be that. Listen, that should have sick.
like,
Yeah, I feel like if there are games like that, like they have the one side, the other side, and then they have the, I guess, definitive edition that ties them all. They should just redo the definitive one. Like they should have
yeah,
just
I'm
gone
about to
back, in
say
my
like, they
opinion.
could just
Listen, I would say that, but then didn't we get Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby,
I mean, yeah, we got that, but it's like they could have just done Emerald.
and those hit hard. They didn't even
I
need
mean, yeah, but
Emerald.
like they could have just done Emerald.
They didn't even need Emerald because they added like they added extra stuff in there from Emerald in both the
Yeah,
games.
they did that, and they didn't do that for
they
Brilliant
didn't do
Diamond.
it.
They did. It
Yeah,
was
they
like
didn't do
literally
that.
just Diamond and Pearl with like nothing really added on. Like
Yeah, that's what I was expecting because the Gen 3 remakes, those are some of my favorite Pokemon games. Simply because like they did what I expected them to do in Gen 3 and completely went further and beyond. And I appreciate what they did. I was expecting that same kind of love for Gen 4 because it's widely considered like if it's not your top one, it's top two at least
Listen,
for in the
I think it was
majority.
a, I think it was a money move just to hold people over for Legends Arceus. 'Cause
Which I'm
I'm
definitely
hyped, I'm
excited
hyped
for.
for that one.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for that one. Not gonna lie, but I was expecting a little bit more love for Gen 4, but
listen,
I'm not upset.
that's what I
The
appreciate.
game's still good.
Like
I'm enjoying it.
even with Gen 2 when they redid it made Heart Gold and Soul Silver. They made them.
Yeah,
They did that and made and put the content from gold. They put the content from gold and Heart Gold and Soul Silver, so they don't have to make a. So I understand like why people like this kind of like the same thing from Diamond
oh
and
yeah,
Pearl.
Heart Gold and Soul Silver, those fucking amazing too. Like those,
Listen, they added
I didn't even play the original Gold and Silver. Like those were that was my introduction to Gen 2 was the Heart Gold and Soul Silver,
and
and
from
those games
another
are fucking
perspective,
amazing.
I have a friend who this is his first time playing Diamond and Pearl, so he's been having like a lot of fun and he's been playing it like nonstop. So like for the people who like are more recently getting into Pokemon, they're having a lot of fun with it because this is their first time playing it and maybe their first time seeing these Pokemon. So it could also be like more for the newer fans to experience older
Yeah,
games for the first time rather than us re-experiencing it and like it's kind of it's nostalgia but it's kind of like okay we've already played this.
Facts.
yeah. I say yes. I wouldn't say games are getting bad. It's really just the developers are just getting kind of it's like they don't really
Yeah,
care like about the games. Like the whole GTA trilogy, I was like people were so hyped for that, and when you get the game, it's like, bro, all these bugs, the graphics barely look like above a PS2 or like early PS3, or not even that, like PS2.5. It's like, bro, this is y'all really gonna do this? And sure, they put updates to everything and whatnot, but that shit should have been taken with handled with care. Like, this is a trilogy of what, some of the best games ever on the PS2, and you just give us San Andreas especially, and you just give us something like that. That's so it's really more so on the developers that are not really giving up, and they're just giving one games out for a quick cash grab.
I wish they just would have did. I wish they would just took everything they got out of Platinum and put it in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. So it could just be longer and extra, just everything.
Exactly, they really should have done that. But there's still good games for like Bro said for the new generation that never got to experience this generation of Pokemon.
But
The previous generation of
it's not
Pokemon.
hard to
But
please
for us
everybody
long time
nowadays.
fans, we should have definitely should have got given us like more platinum content. or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not hard to
Because they
focus
gave us
two crowds at one time.
bits and pieces of it. It's kind of like, well, you should have just gave us the whole thing in the game too. Because they,
Because to be
yeah,
honest, they might do DLC.
I hope it better be free DLC. I'm not fucking paying for the same game. I'm not doing that.
They did that shit.
Um,
They did that shit for not Sun and Moon. What's the damn the last one they just put. The last one they just made. The last Pokemon they just
oh, Sword and Shield,
made.
yeah.
Yeah, they did
That
it for they did
I
it for
enjoyed that one too. I like Pokemon Sword and
I
Shield.
enjoyed Sword and Shield to an extent because like it was sort of different. You know, the characters felt like characters, but there were some characters I didn't like. That's just me personally.
like who?
Like, bro, fucking Hop and Bead, I did not like them.
I like the
Like,
female.
Yeah, they're not. Hop's not that. Hop and B, they're kind of low on the rivals list. Not gonna lie.
I actually like
but
the female.
like,
I like the female rival more than Hop. The sister of the
Marnie,
what he was a poison
Marnie.
type gym leader, I believe.
What? No, no. Piers was a dark type, I think.
She was a who?
Actually, let me look that shit up.
She was a sister to somebody.
Yeah, Piers,
But what type was he?
dark type.
Dark. Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
she had the Zigzagoon.
Mm.
He had the Zigzagoon and all of them. Yeah, I like her more as a rival than Hop. Matter of fact, how many rivals we had in that game? Was it 2 or was it 3?
It was
It
like
was just
three.
two. Well, three.
Because
It was
like
Hop,
you had
Speed.
Hop.
B.
So Hop is your actual rival. Beat is your rival. He's a self-imposed rival, and then Marnie is like your, I guess, official in quotation marks rival, as in like she challenged you in the whole tournament as your rival. So yeah,
Oh, you talk about the girl with the brother who's the gym leader, right? With the the punks. Yeah, her. I completely forgot about her.
It took me down there 3 tries to beat B. I
dog.
promise.
How?
Bro, listen.
Wait, who?
B.
Who is that?
Damn,
The bro.
this nigga ain't have the right Pokemon types on his team. I'm sick.
Listen, no
Wait,
fair
what?
trace was
What?
smacking me.
Wait, the gym leader?
No, not the gym leader. Well, he became a gym leader, but like still.
No, he became the gym leader later on, but before that, he was just wandering around.
What trainer are y'all talking
Door
about?
open, he not coming. But yeah, that's all. That's all that was. Him and then Hop was kind of like he was chasing his brother too much. He really was. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he was definitely like Hop was kind of
I don't know what he was really trying to do. He found his way.
like, are you trying to be a rival to me? Or you trying to be look up to your brother, gang?
Listen, he wound up becoming a rival. Like, start feeling more rival as like sort-ish the middle of the story when they
No, that
started
nigga was trash the
introducing.
entire way through.
Who Hop?
Yeah, he was not a
Listen,
good
Oh
trainer.
yeah, 100%.
Hop, he ain't feel like a rival until like very late, and then that's when it's like your Pokemon are already like in the
I mean,
60s,
yeah,
gang.
he's not exactly a rival, but I do like how human his character felt. Where it's like he really was just kind of going along with the flow of
listen,
things, and
he was
then
vibing.
he started becoming his own person. And he's like, "Yeah, no, this Pokemon shit ain't for me. I just keep taking L's."
N was like one of the best rivals.
Oh,
And
N.
N. Oh yeah. Him and Gary, or if we want to call him Blue.
I don't remember if Hugh was a good rival. Like I don't remember battling him that much in Black and White too.
Listen, he was annoying.
Now you want to know what it's
He was
the best two rivals in the Pokemon games. It's N and I want to say
Blue. If you don't say Blue,
no, fuck no. N and Silver.
You like Blue?
Silver. I dumped on Silver. Silver was dookie.
wait, you didn't like Blue,
Blue was really good. He was a really good rival.
He was a strong
bro?
rival.
I'm not gonna lie, fucking Blue or Gary Oak, whatever you want to call him, that nigga was great.
That's what I'm saying. He was the only rival that became like, I think so, right? He was the only one that became a champion. And you had to go against him.
Nah,
Bro, that
what's the
nigga
name?
a menace.
What's the name? Oh no, wait. She wasn't
No, he
never
was
your.
the only rival.
She was never your rival. You just really talked to her, and she became the champion. Like part two. Iris.
Oh,
Yeah, she wasn't really your rival. You just interacted with her. You talked with her. She was training under the last champion, and then after that, she just I don't
And in silver, my top two. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like,
my top two is
In and blue.
my top two is in this top one. I like blue, but I like uh silver from Gen 2, and that's just because of how he was handling himself.
You like this nigga abusing his Pokemon?
psh,
That
that
nigga
nigga
was a
was
robber at the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
he really did
He
steal a
was
whole
stealing shit.
Pokemon.
he stole he listen. Cause I had chose I chose Cyndaquil. That's the only
like you
game.
should.
That was the only game where I didn't choose the grass type. Every other game I chose grass type. Like Fire Red, Leaf Green, I chose Bulbasaur every
The
time.
grass type in Gen 2, Chikorita, she's trash. Or
You
he
feel
is
me?
trash.
And
That's why he chose Cyndaquil.
Gen 2, I chose Cyndaquil every time. Gen 3, I chose Trico every single time. It don't matter
I ain't
what
gonna
game.
flex,
Man,
yo. I'm not gonna lie. Total Dog went kind of crazy in Gen 2.
Yeah, I chose Totodile or Cyndaquil, but mostly
Yeah.
Totodile.
I'm not gonna lie. Like those three starters,
Gen 4 hit
Totodile,
hard.
Trico, Torchic, all goats.
Gen 4 hit hard. That was a hard pick, but
You
I
said
chose.
Totodile, Trico, Torchic,
Wait, no, that's a wrong
Mudkip
one.
Gen
Leaf.
3.
That's
Yeah.
Gen 3.
Mudkip go, man. She went crazy.
I
That
chose
nigga.
all three, but I didn't choose Trico as much because Blaziken and
Blaziken and Swampert, they go
Swampert
crazy.
were better against the champion of that game.
Wait, what about
Gen 4, I always pick Chimchar because it's the monkey Pokemon, the fighting fire, fucking amazing. But I did recently
And
use
Granite.
Piplup for like the first time in Shining Pearl because I never used them in back in Gen 4 like that. But he go crazy. And
Usually
Polion,
never choose Chimchar just
Chimchar
because
my
all my
goat.
friends chose Chimchar. So I was always a Turtwig, Piplup kind of dude.
and Polion goes stupid, boy. The only thing is that man kind of slow, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, listen.
I mean, it's still probably faster than a Decidueye, but that's just me.
You said fat. Listen,
What's your favorite legendary?
Decidueye really that dude.
No. So the thing is, like, if you play Sun and Moon, if you pick Rowlet, like everyone pick Rowlet because like Rowlet cool and all, but Decidueye is so goddamn slow.
Listen, I'm fine.
What's your
Listen,
favorite
I'm
legendary?
fine with that. I'm fine with
Favorite
that.
legendary? I don't. Hold up.
I may have to look up the legendaries.
No, I gotta make sure this one is a legendary. Oh yeah, Darkrai.
Okay,
I don't know. I just like Darkrai's design.
Darkrai was dope.
Yeah, it's my favorite design for a dark type Pokemon.
I
So
remember when the
yeah,
movie was first coming out, and I stayed up to watch it.
I will not lie. That shit scared me.
Favorite legendary? Yeah, I'd have to say Rayquaza. I think
Okay,
that nigga's pretty tough.
mine is Jirachi.
Jirachi's probably my second favorite. That nigga. It's the crazy is they give you a Jirachi in fucking.
Yeah, I've been
They
using it.
do.
I
It's
actually,
like, hey, yo, you want a free Jirachi?
No, like
That
you
joint.
just talking to the nigga and it's just like, actually, here you go, have this. It's like, nigga, what? Why?
I was like, you just gave me a whole free Jirachi. What is this? I ain't complain. Shoot, it's been used ever since.
Right.
Talking about Decidueye, you must pick Incineroar. It was stupid slow.
No, Incineroar is faster.
Listen, I don't give a damn. I'm picking Decidueye.
I mean, like you can. I'm just gonna say, like, enjoy being slow as hell.
You a hater. That's what fucking sound like you
What
is.
do you mean, hater? It's just a fact. I picked Decidueye. What?
Yeah, I really think it's most likely go back to the conversation. It's really just it's not that the games are being been bad. It's just when you look like the certain developers, they just don't give
Oh
a
yeah,
fuck
no, it's
anymore.
definitely on the developers, but also
It's
games
def-
aren't really coming out.
That shit fall on the developers 100%.
and maybe just the fact that we just getting older. Like, we're not really as hype as with these games as much as we used to be. Because I remember being crazy hype for like shit like Black Ops 2 and GTA 5 when it first came out and all that joint. But nowadays it's like, oh okay, you know what I'm saying, new Call of Duty.
When Call of Duty released, bro, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get Call of Duty. This shit's gonna go dumb. Blah blah blah. All it is, bro. That shit dropped. I'm like, bro, this shit not even waste my time. Listen,
And the game is huge for no reason.
Infinite War disappointed the hell out of me. I promise.
That joint is freaking
Infinite War.
The Modern Warfare remaster. That joint, I don't know what it is, but that joint be taking a memory on the fucking Xbox. I'm like, this shit has no reason to be this big on the game. Fuck this. I uninstalled that with the quickness.
Damn.
Like once these games started getting to like 100 and plus gigabytes, I'm like, what the fuck's the point? I got other stuff I want to play, gang. Sorry.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Guilty Gear Strive is only like 20 gigs and Devil May Cry 5 is also around 20 gigs, like there's no reason for a game to be over 100. Like what? Nonsense.
But Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare just was disappointment. Disappointment fest. I can honestly say that.
Yeah, so it's really just it's a combination of like developers and then just like sometimes you're just not as hyped for these games as much anymore, man. It's just like fuck. And also with like I think the reason why people aren't hyped for games as much is because with the whole exclusives and shit. It's like because I ain't gonna flex, bro. I want to play those Spider-Man games, but I'm not about to pay for a whole new console just to play two games.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna be 100% real with you. Exclusive games are stupid.
That it really like. I mean, you mean to tell me I gotta shell out another 500 for this one console? Get all the controllers, get all the other stuff. Pay extra pay extra 120 for the two games, just for the games that I wanted to play, and then let the thing collect dust. No, I'm good, gang.
I'm gonna keep it a stack, right? At the 2020, I believe it's 2020 or 2019. After God of War got released, I'm like, bro, every other game have to be like this. Bro, the game had content, dude. Like shit that you could just like really do. And the story was so interesting, like you couldn't help but be like, bro, this game is dope as fuck. Even Zero Horizon Dawn, before they started even doing DLCs for the game, it was already a cool ass concept. I'm out here hunting down goddamn a robotic giraffe in the wild with just a bow. Listen, you gotta come hard. Got to.
Yeah, it's just really like we said, bro. These developers and we gotta really just voice out like, hey, bro, we want this in the next game, or y'all better show out or something, because I'm not about to pay 60 plus for a fucking half-ass game. I'm not.
Like at this point, like you just need a good enough computer and like a PS5 or whatever if you want to play every game.
Real. Fucking Steam and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm slowly but surely doing a PC. I'm getting a PC just to play. And it's not to things that just console exclusive. It's just like, bro, it's other shit out there that I do want to play. And it look better, and it just look better on PC.
Good.
But yeah, for gaming, it really like it just depends on the developer, gang. Like if they, a certain company that's gonna give you half-ass content, like i.e. Call of Duty and all those games, or fucking want a quick cash grab, like what
Activision was on some
Rockstar's been
bullshit.
doing, it's like you gonna get some bullshit. So, and speaking of Rockstar, these niggas need to hurry up and release GTA 6, bro. I have
It's
been
not
playing this
happening.
game since sophomore year. I am fucking. I'm a junior in college, gang. Well, I should not have grown up with grown up with this game for this long, and I'm still not released GTA
They
6.
they just released the Dr. Dre shit on there.
I'm like, bro, I don't care about all that. Give me a trailer game. At least let me know the game exists. Like Jesus,
I want them to do another Vice City or some shit. Something like
or something. Like if they expect these trilogies to hold us until GTA 6, then I don't know,
listen. Them
man.
trilogies is not finna hold me. I'm
That
not.
joint GTA 5 came out 2013, gang. We were in 2022. What the fuck?
Yeah,
The
Literally
game
grew
just
people
never
grew
like
up with this game, gang.
that shit grew up with me. That's my
Like
for
son.
that's
real.
That shit my son. At this point,
like niggas really grew up with GTA 5. That sounds so crazy to say too.
that's crazy.
Like when I think about it, like yo, this game really came out sophomore year for me. That's crazy.
God damn.
So they got another. I don't know if well, I'm assuming this upcoming September will be the 10th anniversary of the game. I think, yeah. And if they ain't got something announced for that or doing something big for the 10th anniversary, all hope is lost.
You know what I'm
Because,
saying?
bro, 10 years of the same game, going from one console to another, and then to another.
Yo, you think that's crazy? Have you ever heard of this game called Skyrim?
Ah,
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the next Final Fantasy game.
Yes, I am too. But yeah, no, like as I was saying, it's like, yeah, I mean, kind of hype for these games, but at the same time, games aren't coming out.
Yeah, it's not that many games coming out like how I used to before. These niggas being stingy. I don't like that.
I mean, that's because like no one has a PS5, but all these games are for PS5.
Exactly. They better give us some PS4 compensation. Like what the fuck?
Bro, the PS4 came out in like 2013. Like that shit will explode.
that's another thing, too, bro. Like, how fast gaming goes. Because I kid you not, bro. We were just on PS4 and Xbox One. Now you fast forward, we over in 2022, getting a whole new set of consoles. Like, dang, bro, was it really that long ago that we?
What do
Because
you
we
mean
everybody was talking.
getting consoles? PS5 doesn't exist. That shit a myth.
I
Facts.
don't know why they're taking forever to make some PS5s, but
Apparently we in a chip shortage. We got niggas scalping. We got niggas mining Bitcoin. It's a whole bunch of extra shit we can talk about at a different
oh
time.
yeah, and for those niggas that what do they do? What is it called when they'll buy the they'll buy
Oh,
the
they're
console,
called scalpers.
the scalpers, and they'll sell it for a higher price. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not seeing the pearly gates, and
Oh
that's with
hell
just
no.
that's just with anything. If you do that with consoles,
Not
shoes,
the pearly gates.
clothes, whatever, you're not seeing heaven. I'm honestly, that's ridiculous. You mean to tell me you're gonna buy 5 PS5s and you just going
I went to
what?
yo. I went to yo. I seen this dude selling the PS5. No bullshit for $800. I looked at it. I'm like, bro, you can keep that, bro. I don't even want it that
Yeah,
bad.
I will never spend $800 on a console.
I don't even want it that bad, bro. Keep it.
Like right, like you can keep that game.
You can keep
Like
it, bro. Like for real. I'm not even at that point in my life where I want this shit that bad.
yeah, no, like the current price, like for the PS5, like I can get it for 400 instead of 500, and like that's the limit. Like I don't see myself ever being like, yeah, I'll drop more than $400 on a console.
My limit is like five something.
I mean, like $400, $500. Like, I'll take whatever version of the PS5 I can get if I have the money for it. But like, let's say I get the $500 version, I am not spending more than that in my life on a console.
Yeah, you spending more than 500 on a console. No, I don't know what to tell you, gang.
No, no,
It's
not
like
me.
at
Like,
the end of the day, it's really not that deep, bro.
Not I. You can keep it.
you honestly can, but yeah, so they gonna learn sooner or later that no one gonna pay this amount of money for these
Like,
fucking
bro, like
bullshit ass consoles.
you bought three of these shits for no reason. Like, come on. You could just bought one and kept it pushing, but no, you want to be one of them. It's fine. I know you want to hustle. You know, I do too, but not for no fucking PS5.
Right.
I ain't finna spend my whole
All
shit on
right.
that.
So that's basically the game topic. What's our next topic?
The next one, the next topic we got is anime quality falling off, and I have a lot to say,
Anime quality.
but when I
Huh.
mean quality, I mean like everything, story, production, like the whole 10.
Okay,
Go,
so like
go ahead. You can start off.
I want to say like in terms of story, my question is like, is the story bad or are we just too used to it? Because like at the end of the day, everyone watches shonen, but shonen has a distinct formula to it, right? You know, it's like you got your main character. Main character goes through some event or whatever, gets their powers, abilities, or whatever, have their friends, and like you know where it's gonna go from there, basically. And at the end of the day, like the demographic is younger people, you know. So it's like, is the story bad or are we just used to it? You know, like
I think it's
aside
just
from
I don't know. Go
aside
ahead.
aside from like the story though, like at the end of the day, it falls on to the studio that animates it, and it's either like you got Studio Mappa, which is fucking killing their employees. Them niggas have not seen sleep in like a good 3 months, and then like you got like Studio Perio, which is just lazy as shit. Like, look, I'm talking about Black Clover, but like you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do,
Yeah,
bro. So my what grind my gears, if you know, you know, with the reference, is that I feel like a lot of studios are either overworking or they really have at bro. We talked about it
Yeah,
yesterday. Well, My Villain Academia. Ain't no way. Ain't
they
no
really
way.
just cut all that content
Listen,
for nothing.
ain't no way that you not only desensitize a lot of shit that happened in that art, you cut back on a lot of stuff that happened in that art. Then to further the point, some of this shit look terrible. Look terrible. At first I was like, yo, I feel like people overreacting. Like, relax. Relax. Until I seen the Sugar Rocky scene. And this man getting electrocuted. I say, oh yeah, pack your bags up. Go to the gulag.
Damn.
Go to
I
the
ain't gonna flex, bro, because I saw the because I didn't watch season 5. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just went straight to the manga to read
yeah,
it.
go watch it.
Good.
You read the manga, right, Mitch?
Yeah, I'm caught up. I'm
Go
caught up with everything. So
go watch that part. And you gonna be like, what?
nah, because I saw a comparison of what it was supposed to look like in the original like draft and what it would look like in the final production, and it's like what happened in the development process, and it came
Right.
down to like the censorship issues. So it's like you mean to tell because the rough draft animation, like this man Shigaraki, he was that nigga was basically dying in the rough draft. Like that man was in pain, and when you see the final result, it's like that's it. I'm supposed to feel something like. Is this supposed to represent this man is in pain? I probably could have came up with something better than that. and I don't even work in animation or something like that. And it's just like it's more so do with like they're gonna have to like figure out the timing for the for these animes to be produced so they can get around the censorship. Because
Some of these
if
animated
you compare it to what it is in the manga, like the whole My Villain Academia in the manga, like the League of Villains, them niggas are ruthless, gang. Like they are ruthless to a T. And then we see Shigaraki's backstory, and then it's like, damn, this happened to Bo over here. And then you look at the anime, it's like y'all ain't even care. Like this is the biggest part, or one of the biggest parts of the series up until this point. Like we finally get to see who Shigaraki is, like his backstory. We finally get to see the League of Villains have their own arc and be more fleshed out as characters and how they're gonna run things. And you finally see a Shigaraki boss up in the absence of All for One. So you give me this in the anime, it's like, damn, bro, y'all just didn't care. Y'all didn't get the memo. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I don't know how these mangaka look at these studios and be like, okay, yeah, we got the results right here, boss. And then they look at it. If I was Horikoshi, I would have been throwing every single chair in that room. I would have been cussing at everybody. Like, this is my work. This is what I spent years building up to. And you're gonna give me this? Pack it up. I'm going to a different studio.
facts.
Man,
I'd have been like, yo, get out. Get out.
Like,
apparently people said like most of why it happened the way it did was because they were all working on the movie. If you haven't seen the newest My Hero movie, go watch it.
The movie
and that's another thing. I'm gonna need them to stop doing that. I need y'all to stop creating movies in the development time of things that actually matter in the anime, like in the main
Right.
series. I don't care about the movies. They're their own. I don't care. I'm pretty sure they're their own separate continuity. I don't care about that. What I want in the main show, I want good quality animation. I want that season 3, 4 animation for the big moments. I already said this yesterday in yesterday's podcast. You, Matt, what is it? Madhouse, right?
No, it's Bones doing.
Bones, I need y'all to show out for season 6 because this war arc went crazy. I need y'all to don't talk to Horikoshi about no movie. I don't want to hear that. I need y'all in y'all bag every episode from episode 1 to episode 24 when it ends. I need that. I don't need no movie production. I don't want to see a trailer for a movie because that's just going to get in the way.
facts.
So, and I think, or if you want to, you could do this. If you don't want to do it as a series, do it as a movie. It works. We've seen it with Jujutsu Kaisen. We've seen it with Demon Slayer. If you're gonna do that with My Hero, make a movie, make it a canon movie with
Right.
with the canon arcs, and let us thrive. Let it be good, my guy. That's all I
Yeah.
want.
Going off of that, like I want more canon movies in anime. Like I understand, like yeah, like I guess episodic can make you more money or something, or like it's easier to draw people
Dragon Ball
in.
Super spoiled us with that movie. It was too raw. It was too good. I watched that movie like 4 times in 1 month.
Bro, I'll watch that Broly movie as many times as it takes. But like, we need more canon movies. I'm sorry. Like, I understand. Like, a non-canon movie is more liberating. Like, you don't have to stick to things. You can introduce whatever you want. Like those My Hero movies, they're not canon, but like because they're not canon, like there's some really cool shit. Like Deku sharing sharing one for all with Bakugo. Like you wouldn't get that in the series regardless. But like at the
We
same
don't know that
time,
yet.
bro.
And
it's
like
a
in a lot of
shonen.
anime movies,
It's a
they're like
shonen. It's a
they have
shonen.
canon elements though.
I mean,
Like
yeah,
there's
it does have
some things
out.
that are canon.
I mean, so what they do, right? Because when I've watched all the movies. What they do is like they take everything up until that point that has happened before. That's all the canon stuff they go off of. They just go and they just branch off to a different side. You know?
Yeah.
Like in the first movie, like they referenced Deku going to America or whatever, and the he got this arm bracer thing that he's now using in the manga. So like
Yeah, that's being referenced in the manga, but without actually like bringing in Melissa Shields, and she's a movie exclusive character. I'm
yeah,
assuming.
But they
Yeah,
should
so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's canon elements, but like they won't mention too much.
even with that
yeah,
they should mention her if she made it.
yeah. But like again, like I just want I want canon movies just for the sake of like yes, you should watch this movie because at the end of the day, if you have a series and you make a movie, if it's not canon, like a bunch of people are just gonna be like, nah, I'm not gonna watch it because it's not canon.
Exactly.
I mean, I
Yeah,
think most of the time movies have to not be canon in order for you to like, because it wouldn't fit unless you turn an arc into a movie. It wouldn't fit into like the
Yeah,
timeline of the story.
yeah, I know, I get that, but it's just like just in general, you know, I feel like
That's why I'm happy they made this first Dragon Ball movie canon. Because everything else was like, just imagine them making Janemba canon.
wow,
Then they gonna be like, damn.
imagine.
So who's like they said Broly is like imagine making them they making Z Broly canon.
Well, right now, Dragon Ball can make anything, like any movie Dragon Ball makes, they can make canon right now because this is like the everything they're doing right now is before the end of Z, so they could like put anything in Super like as a movie and say, "Oh yeah, this actually happened."
Facts.
Like, what are you gonna say? Like, we didn't see anything like from the end of the Buu saga, like to the end of Z. Like all everything that's in Super is in the middle of that.
and then you got to take into consider like, and another thing with that was Super like they're gonna have to I don't know Toei or Toyama they're gonna have to completely rewrite that end of Z ending because it really honestly it can't even fit now not in
Why
that this
not?
because there's a bunch of things that in the like what okay that's another thing what is it
I think it's fine. I don't think there's anything they would need to change.
what is it what the fuck is it well if they're going to they're gonna have to reference
Maybe like some
everything
character
that
designs.
in that happened within the 10 years so that
Well,
led
they're
to
showing
the
it
yeah that's what I'm saying like
because all that
if
happened at
they're
the end of Z is like the little tournament where Goku
the
fought.
little tournament but yeah we never like they like in the old ending we didn't know anything about like the gods of destruction and stuff like that so basically off of that alone it's kind of like yeah and then we know about the Patara fusion that quote unquote retcon the whole multiverse and all that stuff
And that's
with
because
Oob and
they got a
his
lot of
thing with the Kai it's like you really Toriyama at some point they're gonna have to write a new ending for that. I mean, they can keep
They
the
can
same
like add
elements.
stuff on, but like
only says
for
Toyotaro.
most of it, they could just kind of stay the same. They can kind of just stay as is. Like some add like some little things like okay, maybe we didn't see Beerus there at the end of Z, but okay, we probably will at the end of Super if they do the Z ending and Super. We'll see Beerus there in the tournament, but like they won't have to change too much.
Not too much.
But going back to like, I think with movies doing more canon movies, it really is just like I think it's just the timing and the place of like a certain arc. Like with Demon Slayer, the what the fuck was it? The train arc, the Mugen train arc. That I think it was great for them to do it as a movie instead of an arc because
But that shit's short.
they honestly
Yeah, it
could
was
have
a short
stretched
arc.
that. It was short in the manga, and if they were money hungry, they could have easily stretched that out to like 12 episodes if they wanted to.
With filler.
But they were like, nah, let's just make this part a movie because it's like with an established character, Rengoku, and his importance to the main trio, Inosuke Tanjiro and Zenitsu. And like it shows how like it basically showed like the power gap between them and the upper moons and the Hashira. Like it really emphasized like how much of a threat the upper moons are. You know what I'm saying? And it transitioned perfectly into season 2 with everyone knowing about his death and how like they just gonna have to train up some more to fight Mugen in them. And I like that. It wasn't nothing that they had to, because they could have put some empty scenes in there to make us be like, oh, okay, this is just more fluff. They were straight to the point. They did its thing. It was phenomenal, and it set season two up perfectly. And even then, they still did it with. They still released it. I guess the movie in like episodes because you can watch it on the Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
And even then, it still looks. Even then, it works like that too.
Another one
So
that you mentioned,
it's a win-win for everyone.
another anime that do that well is Inuyasha, because all of their movies is stuff they reference in the anime and they just turn it into movies about some of the demons, like some of the demons they mentioned in the anime. They be like, oh yeah, and they'll just bring it up slightly and say, yeah, he was from like 2,000 years ago. He used to fight against your dad in Yasha, like, but he's gone now. You feel me? They'll reference that and they'll just leave it as that in the anime, but in the movie they'll make it a whole fucking topic. And
Yeah, like
I actually like that. So
yeah, but I think with anime or like it's just or like the quality of the animes nowadays. It's just like um, first of all, give those niggas Mappa like a fucking 5 year break, please, because
Oh God.
like they need like those animes. Once Attack on Titan season 4 got announced, it just hit the window. Like
listen, get them
it got crazy. Like they picked up that.
listen.
Bro,
No,
after
no,
I
wait, no.
saw,
When they picked up JJK, I think they picked up JJK first. Then it was Attack on Titan. Then it was announced they're getting Chainsaw Man. Then they're getting um Hell's Paradise. And
yeah,
then what else are they getting? Who else knows that? They might take over the whole anime industry.
Listen, they the new Ufotable.
basically,
They the new
True,
Ufotable.
but even Ufotable, they take breaks too. Like I ain't
Listen,
seen not one break from
listen,
Mappa.
bro, Ufotable doing Demon Slayer and what else, right?
Demon Slayer if in on the Fate series, but that's if they want to make a new Fate series.
Yeah, but like they're not doing Fate right now. So aside from
They,
Demon Slayer, what
they
else? Like,
chilling. They chilling. But Mappa, they over there about to kill their employees, boy.
bro,
They got
bro, they
four
the
big
sweatshops.
shonens. Like, Hell Paradise is a shonen, right?
Yes,
Okay,
it was
all right. Just want to
fun.
make sure. Yeah, they picked up JJK. That was anticipated. They blew that out the water. Attack on Titan season 4 went crazy. Now they're getting Chainsaw Man, probably one of the most anticipated animes of the summer. Then they're getting Hell's Paradise. That's been getting good reviews from people who read the manga. What it's like? What else, man? Like, like, dang, they need to take a break after. Honestly, once like, I wouldn't mind them stopping at Chainsaw Man and just going on break. Gang. I'll wait
Nah,
for
for
Hell's
real.
Paradise
Go
or
go
somebody
home.
else to
Take a
get
nap.
that. Take a nap, game.
Take a nap.
Because
Hug your wife and kids. Like, bro,
go to
please.
sleep, gang. Like for real, for like all
Y'all
you other.
saw. I remember when they were announcing Chainsaw Man.
I
Y'all saw
know,
the guy who did Attack on Titan, bro. His eyes were so puffy.
yo. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought that man was about to pass out on the video. Go. I was
Dog,
like,
I
bro.
saw that. Like, my heart broke
It was one animator who was he was
on
being
Attack on Titan.
on Attack on Titan, and we just and everybody. I think it was trending too because
It
it was a
was.
big thing. And like, bro, just seeing his condition, gang. That man had dark circles around his clear dark circles around his eyes, bro.
Bro,
I ain't never seen.
his
Listen,
bags had bags which
listen,
had dark
listen,
circles.
listen, and not only that, sometimes some of them animators they be so wrapped up in the series that they be so interested. Some of them really be interested because they be like, damn, this is my favorite anime, my favorite manga. So I want to go hard for it. Like I want to give a 110%. Like you got loyalists, like loyal anime animators out there who will go to that further extent, and then you got your 9 to 5 ones who's like, yo,
I get that.
I'm trying to meet a
That's
deadline.
cool, but if
I
I'm
get
getting
that
stuck
and all,
in,
but like, as
Yeah,
loyal
yeah,
as I am to anything, whether it's a person, whether it's a
yeah. That's what.
thing,
That's
I take my breaks.
I
listen,
need my break, gang. And
listen,
if you and I heard them animators aren't getting paid well either. Like,
yeah.
so
That's what.
is it
Listen,
really worth it?
yeah. I feel you. That's what I was trying to say. You feel me? Some of them is honestly getting work entirely too hard, especially for nothing. Like you out here working me like a fucking slave.
And my check's not even looking half as decent as the money that this whole company's getting made. Not even 132 of the nah, gang. I would have shoot. I'd be like, hey, y'all not paying me. I'll mess up this whole draft right now, gang, and walk out the building. I
Nigga
don't
said,
care.
I will spill ink on this right now.
I will, I will bump the CGI up all the way if y'all don't let me off. I
Listen,
don't care.
that's
So
why
I'm
that's
like,
why
I'm
even that's why when we was having this conversation a long time ago about who should pick up what and like, okay, cool, Mappa, you got Chainsaw Man. Personal opinion, I feel like Studio Madhouse can do way better. And that's
Ye-
simply because they dealt with anime that is completely gory. You feel me? Same thing with Hell's Paradise. Cool. Hell's Paradise with Mappa, right?
yeah, I think so. It's been confirmed. Yeah.
That's fine. But listen, I feel like any Plex could do it way better. Especially for Hell's Paradise is I already know Hell's Paradise is gonna be seasonal. That shit not even gonna be weekly.
No, they're gonna make that shit seasonal.
It's
There's no fucking way.
it's
At
gonna
this
be
point, bro,
it's
I
go,
think
it's
the
gonna be
the
seasonal.
notion of weekly anime, I think that's like it's high key a thing of the past. Like One Piece is the dying is like it's dying, like the last of its kind. I don't think weekly I don't think weekly anime works in this climate anymore.
No, listen, you made a point. You made a good point. The reason why it don't work like that, you feel me, is because everybody want to be either a mangaka or animator, but at the same time, the work conditions is ass.
Of course, like yeah, and it's like the new manga because they're like, hey, bro, they're like, oh, y'all, our predecessors in the past, they was working nonstop on this joint. That's cool and all, but I need my breaks, my boy. I'm
Oh,
not fitting to
for real.
be. I'm not fitting to be
Yo,
giving y'all a chapter every week. That's why you see you'll get the notices like, oh, this we'll get this chapter, then they'll go on like a 2 week hiatus for their health
Listen,
or
listen.
like,
yo,
I
anyone
appreciate.
here read Kaiju no 8?
Listen, I stopped at chapter 2, and it was simply because
I read it.
when I found
I'm
out
caught up.
it was is it monthly or bi-weekly? Which one it
It's
is?
not monthly. No, it's weekly.
It's weekly. That shit don't feel weekly.
No, so the way it works, right, is that you get so it's 1 week, second week, the third week they take a break and then they go back. So every 2 chapters, they take the mangaka takes a break.
That's
which is good.
that's about
That's good.
that's
Like they
bi-weekly,
literally
right?
said, "This is my schedule. I'm not budging from this schedule."
Isn't that bi-weekly, right? Was I'm
Well,
tripping?
sort of like
It's
you get
kind of
you
like
get
bi-weekly.
you get
Yeah.
2 chapters,
There's
and then they take a break the next week. After that week, they go back to the chapter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
no,
these new manga, they
that's
not finna do
that's good.
that old formulaic formula of
Like
dropping a chapter every
they not
week.
breaking
who
their
was
hands or their backs.
the dude who made I know y'all probably tired of me talking about fucking air gear, but oh great, I remember what he'll do. He'll drop all the chapters for the month. He'll drop it, and then take a month off, and then do another month of dropping every single chapter, and then take
And
another
take a
month
month
off.
off. That's good. That's why, and like it goes with the business side of things. Like mangakas are like, hey, bro, this is my story. Y'all can give
Even
me an anime
even with
adaptation
the
if you want to or not, but I'm in control.
even with the lady who made Full Metal Alchemist, she was on some like bi-weekly ass schedule or something like that. Like she
I
wasn't
thought her
on.
one was monthly.
Matter of fact, hers was bi-weekly, then it turned monthly because she was just like it's too much.
It's a lot being a mangaka,
Because
bro. Like for real. Like all
because
these
she was
established
writing
mangakas.
she was writing more she was writing more than drawing. Because you remember they came out with Full Metal Alchemist the anime and it didn't even finish because the manga wasn't even finished.
But like it was catching up with the manga, and then they had to go their own separate thing
Yeah, they
with the
just
first series. Yeah,
yeah they had took that they took that they just went the alternate route and was like, yeah, we're just gonna end it at this point and we're gonna come up with a reason.
yeah. So it's like that's why like I feel like it's honestly a business move on the mangas. They're like, yeah, we're not dealing with this bullshit that y'all made our successors or predecessors do 20, 30 years ago. You're giving them terrible working conditions. Nah, bro, I'm trying to live. And also, it's really like
Facts. Listen,
everything
all these
we. I don't
OG
because
all these OG mangakas, bro. Listen, kudos to y'all. I appreciate you. I really do. Listen, Kubo was out here writing on a goddamn hand injury. Kishimoto, he was it was times where he literally was like bro, I can't do it. He'll fall out from exhaustion. You feel me? Um damn, I can't what's One Piece creator again? This man
Oda,
Oda.
Oda. Even with him, I remember he used to take breaks because he was like, bro, it's too much. And it's too much. He was like, it's too much writing. Fuck drunk, it's too much writing. Because you already know how Oda is. He want to foreshadow something every two chapters. And yeah, we already know how he is.
yes, and then another thing is just like what series is like. Is there another? The reason why I think going on a tangent. The reason why I think bi-week or weekly anime can't work in this climate no more is because with back then you had anime that everybody you had the heavy hitters that were weekly and everybody was invested in them. You had the Dragon Balls, you had Naruto, you had Bleach, you have One Piece even to this day. But I think those series are so well established. That's what make it. That's what made weekly anime work, especially for the shonen demographic. And I think we don't have that. We don't have those heavy hitters no more. As much as I love My Hero, it's not to the point where like I'm a watch. Like it can be watched weekly. I would prefer that My Hero would be seasonal because
Listen, I prefer
it's better
seasonal.
animation,
It give me time to
better
catch up.
it gives the mangaka more time to write his story. It gives the animators a break, and it's like as much as popular as it is, it's just like, and then you got well, just in general, it's like could weekly anime work in this climate? Any like just like not even going off of One Piece or anything. Like could is there an anime that in the next 5 to 10 years that could blow up just like the big three and be a weekly thing? I can't see it happening,
No.
especially with these new conditions that the mangakas are like in
No.
placing for themselves.
Listen, the reason why that cannot be a thing because everybody's trying their hardest to be different. Trying their hardest. The only people, the only people who could actually do it, but he's like, I don't want to really do it. I rather do it at my own speed. Is uh damn the dude who did Fairy Tale, cause he still dropped Eden Zero like it's nothing.
Um,
But he
uh,
slowed down because it's like yeah, it's too much.
That nigga be doing a lot though. He be dropping manga, he be making games, playing games, all that stuff. From what I heard.
Yeah,
Um, but that's because he loves his series and stuff like that.
bro be playing games. He was like, yo, yeah, y'all gonna get this on my time.
But yeah, I think like it's gonna take like another. I think it would be possible. It's possible for one series that everybody just fucks with heavy that can become a weekly thing again. But it's gonna be like maybe 10, 15 years down the line with well in like the shonen demographic, or not even just the shonen
Listen,
demographic, like just in general. Um,
the only people I honestly could say that could drop something weekly and it be gas is these Korean mangas. I cannot. I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
I, I mean, I
I'm not
guess.
gonna. and it's honestly because their stories is so simple. What's the most popular demographic in Korean manga? Let's be honest.
I mean, it's the same. Isn't it the same shonen demographic?
Listen,
Just the Chinese, whatever it's called, like
No,
the.
the Chinese one is cultivation.
Oh no, not the cultivation. Oh, okay, that's Chinese.
That's
Oh
Chinese.
well, I mean, for Korean, it's literally
Korean
like
Korean specialty is yo, I'm dying it and coming back to life in another world
yeah,
or a new body.
I mean, it's not exactly isekai, just more so like like starting again, I guess.
Reincarnation. Like
Yeah,
they like
Well, reincarnation implies you're in a different body, but shit like solo leveling, which mind you has at least 500 copies in some way, shape, or form with different titles. Like every like solo leveling came out, got popular, and now almost everything coming out after that wants to be the new solo leveling.
solo leveling. It really is. That's how crazy like
But
solo
yeah, like
leveling got, gang.
that is like the Korean story blueprint right
that's
there.
the goal.
So it's like what mangaka in the next 10 to 15 years can create a story that's big as just as iconic as the big three in the Dragon Ball, where like it can become weekly again. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's impossible because I don't believe the impossible. You know what I'm saying? Like anything can happen in the world. So it's like in the next 10 to 15 years, we could potentially see that it's going to take a lot of effort, though, but it can happen. But as of now, it's like One Piece. Once One Piece is over with, that's it. Like that's the last of a dying like
That's the dying
breed for
that's the
real.
dying
Like,
breed.
Right.
and I don't count Boruto because that shit is that's its own thing. But in terms of
Boruto.
like good weekly long running shonen, One Piece is the last of its kind. Like for real, that's it. They once it's done, it's gonna be in the rafters too with its jersey retired and everything. So we really gonna look back and like, dang. It is crazy
All
for people
will
who grew
say.
up on all three or like all three of the big threes, and even some people who grew up on Dragon Ball are gonna be like, dang, niggas really lived through like 4 generations of
Listen,
manga. That's
listen,
crazy.
listen. We lived through a crazy time period with these shows. I promise you, we really did. Like I think anime
And
manga.
I genuinely believe like once One Piece is done, I think that's it. That's it for Oda. I really think like he's
Listen,
just
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
I'm going on vacation. Y'all ain't seeing me for a good minute. I'm gone.
listen. I'm gonna be
No,
I'm gonna
Oda
be
here, I'm
honest though, and
done.
this just me. This just me. Y'all you gotta disagree. Y'all disagree. It's cool. But
Well, Mr. Oda-san, we wanna how about you give Luffy a kid so he can find the nope, I'm done. He gonna drive off in his Ferrari and into the sunset. He done, G.
facts. But
As
listen,
soon as we get the end, it's a wrap.
listen. What I feel like anime and manga right really peaked in like mid 2000s, right? Like 2009, 2010.
What you mean?
Like that's when
Like at
everything
the height of popularity.
the height of listen when around like 2000, 2009, 2010, bro. The most popular thing that came out was Attack on Titan.
Hmm.
And guess what?
Are you saying like
And
just
it's
the
been
like the
better.
genre of anime in general? That's when it peaked in popularity. Because I would honestly argue that since 2014, anime has gotten way more popular.
No, listen, no. When I say peak, I'm like it got to the point where it's like okay, everybody picking up on picking up on it now because it was times where before that was like anime.
Oh,
Everybody,
you're saying like when it was like starting to become more known to like the
yeah,
outside crowd.
yeah. Like, cause
Okay,
listen,
I can see that.
Attack
Yeah.
on Titan had that gruesomeness to it. Where it was like, damn. So this way y'all be watching? Like I thought y'all was watching like niggas fight with swords and like, bro. The most well known anime, bro, is damn near is like Dragon Ball and Naruto. You
There's
feel me?
nothing wrong with that, but I think like I can see what you're
Like
talking
like
about, like
like in America.
because
That's what I'm saying. Like in
yeah,
America.
in America, yeah, yeah, it's like I think Attack on Titan was the one to like break them over. Like, okay, yeah, you can get more people outside of the Naruto's, the Dragon Balls, the Bleach, and One Piece. But I really think anime like really kicked off into the mainstream was when like in 2014, because I think that's when My Hero came out. Because it's the
Oh
because
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's when it started picking up more. I can
like I
understand
think
saying
that's when it truly like really got to that mainstream level
no,
because niggas because if you're a comic book fan, you many there's many comic book fans here in the West. You integrating that with Japanese culture and superheroes, it's like that's a match made in heaven game. And once My Hero took off, it never looked back.
listen. Even with comic books now, right? I feel like it's some dope comic books out, but it get overshadowed by manga and anime so much, and it's simply because it's like two good comic books out of like 40 versus it's 20 good anime and mangas out right now out of 60.
I think that's just more so due to like
And then
because comic books.
not only that, but people are not really into comic books how they was before, way long time ago. Everything is we in a different time period, like we're in a different era. You feel me? So everybody now is either on reality TV or anime. It's no in between.
I think that's more so due to the fact like with comic books, comic books they're ran by like a multitude of people, and since there's like there are multiple iterations of comic books uh, characters, i.e., Spider Man, Superman, Batman. Like they don't just have one particular run that they do; they have multiple writers.
Yeah,
So I think that's kind of where the conflict comes in because like one writer can make Batman go this route and everyone loves it, but then this person picks up this issue of Batman, they go this route and it completely contradicts the character, and then there's a divide in the community with the as opposed to manga, it's one person writing this on a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly basis where it's like okay, this is their story, this is how they're going to flesh it out, and it is easier to digest and consume as opposed to comic books that have decades upon decades of multiple runs that you're just like, where the fuck do I start at? Like, you know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
it's like, that's not to take it away from comic books because they're still doing numbers, but it's just like you can definitely say like they're not in their heyday and I don't even know when their heyday was. What wasn't like didn't comic books peak in around like the 80s or something like that?
Yeah,
Like
80s, early 90s.
like 80s, early 90s, like that's when they were at their peak, is the mountaintop. And then it's kind of like since then it fizzled out. And in that same time period, we were getting this new this new medium, anime, that we didn't know nothing about. And then it just took off. And it's like, okay, well, I want more of this. So once they started bringing it over into the West, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say like overshadow comic books. It's definitely like manga, definitely and anime have definitely laid their mark on the West, and it hasn't stopped since.
I don't think it's gonna stop no time soon.
No, 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 most definitely not. And then you're starting, and then slowly but surely, the Korean webtoons they'll start to integrate when they actually give a damn about these fucking Korean webtoons, which I'm still upset about. God of High School and what they did with that, because that could have been
We don't
way
talk about
bigger.
I
that.
blame that
We don't
on
talk
I
about
blame
that.
that on Crunchyroll.
That could have been way bigger
They
than what it
needed
was.
24
Yeah,
episodes.
they really did, and it's crazy too because if anybody who's never read a webtoon, and if you never heard about Goddess High School, and if you've only seen the anime, please pick up the webtoon because it's phenomenal. Where like the whole story from beginning to end, and I'm waiting for these next chapters to release. I don't know when webtoon is just going to get into it because this final arc is going crazy, gang. Like this
Very.
is like it is honestly ridiculous.
I mean, still waiting on the final chapter.
It's well from the Raws. It's like 6 new chapters that we're supposed to be getting. Like,
Word.
yeah, this fight is going. It's going to take a minute, but no, like
I
it's definitely
remember
going crazy.
creator Young J was just like, yo, so like this is the final fight. I'm gonna make sure that shit perfect. So like I am not dropping a single thing until it is all complete. The nigga said, "Fuck a cliffhanger, you get it all."
Like, oh, this what you want here? Take it. It's all yours. Now leave me alone.
But yeah, I definitely think like just overall going back to the with the anime in general, it's really just a matter of I think more anime studios just they just got to step up, gang. Because I'm
Yeah,
not trying to look for the Mappa show every time. It's like, oh, this new anime got announced. Who's the? I shouldn't look under the staffing or the studio. Like Mappa again, gang. Come on.
Yeah,
it says a lot knowing that people actually do get upset when they find out Mappa's doing an anime. Not because it's gonna be bad, but because those animators need
cause
sleep.
bro, it's a chance that it might not come out. You think it's gonna come out?
Lord.
Them animators gonna fall asleep in
Listen,
production and you gonna see
I
her
thought people would learn
in
their
the
lesson.
bag.
I thought people would learn their lesson when Bleach Naruto was running at the same time. I thought they learned their lesson. Those was two heavy hitters running at the same time weekly. Both had studio period too. And then guess what? They made the same mistake by doing Boruto and Black Clover same time.
Why is
The
Black
dumbest,
Clover gonna look like ass?
this dumbest thing when they could just make Boruto seasonal and Black Clover weekly.
Like honestly,
That don't even sound.
they should
That
have
don't
done
sound
that
right.
or just picked one or just gave it to another studio or something. Like,
Listen, it's too many good studios out here for them to be like,
oh,
no.
let's stick with Studio Period until the wheels fall off. Like, no, gang, I need. That's why it probably was a struggle for a lot. And animation does turn people. That's one of the factors that will play if someone wants to watch an anime or not, regardless of how much we don't think it is. It does. So when some we try to introduce something like Black Clover to somebody and they're seeing just awful animation, awful models, like
Yeah,
this is what you want me to watch,
and
gang? I'm good.
granted, even with Black Clover, right? It has its moments where the animation is really beautiful, but you see where before that is either bland or it's like okay, you know, because people who watch like people like us, like we've been watching anime for the longest. You feel me? Some stuff honestly don't bother us because it's like, bro, it's animation. It can't be 1,000% correct. You know,
Right.
so a lot of nitpicky stuff that people try to nitpick about it don't even bother us because it's like, bro, it's animation for one. But at the same time, it's when it's like so noticeable, it's like, bro, come on, bro, like, and and that was my thing with Boruto and Black Clover. It's like, bro, these is two trending series running being weekly animated at the same time. So you splitting up your staff. And it was like, bro, it's gonna cause controversy because people gonna be like, okay, Boruto this episode snapped, but Black Clover was on some bullshit, or Black Clover snapped this episode, but Boruto was kind of, it was like, like, come on, you have assing. That so I wish they never did that, but you know, it's their series.
Hmm.
So.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh, this last topic, we honestly don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, we can do it next time.
Yeah, we could do it.
yeah,
We could do it next time.
yeah. I think this was a good. This
Yeah,
is a
that's a
good
good
Yeah.
topic.
stopping
So
point. Yeah.
so I'll close out. So for anybody that's watching later on, if y'all made it to this part of the video, I thank you. I appreciate you so much. We got my boy Meech here, Big Michi.
Yes, sir.
We got Edge Lord Edge. You feel me here? He Sasuke student.
Yo,
We got Kenneth. He the nigga who run England. You feel me behind the scenes. And then we got KJ, the quality screamer, the toxic screamer. You know Jonathan, no Joe Star. You feel me? Everybody information, I am not police, but everybody information is gonna be in the description. Follow gang, show love. We cool as hell. Once again, do not come to me about no anime debate. I'm ignoring you. I don't care.
Again, if you have any of them dumbass death battles or whatever, any of those verses, come to me.
Edge is gonna retweet some dumb shit. But other than
And
that,
honestly, if y'all are interested, ever join the podcast, just let us know. We need more people.
yeah, we
For
You
need
know what
real,
I'm
bro.
saying?
if y'all just want to join for be a guest, let one of us know. Y'all
You
can
know what I'm
come
saying?
on. We could talk about anything. Like it could be upcoming movies that's already been released, anime, manga, comics.
Low key, that should be the next one. We should, since we all
It
seen
it,
No
it,
Way Home.
it could be music. Oh yeah, we're gonna do No Way
For
Home
real.
for sure.
For real.
It could be
That
music. It just depends. Whatever the vibes create, that's what we're talking about. But till next time, peace,
peace out.
Peace.
gang.